Alright guys, I'm going to show a quick little video on how to take one of your AMS first step motors out to clean it, check it, change the Bowden tube, all that good stuff. So I've already done some steps here. First thing you want to do is remove these two screws here, and then there are two more screws down here. If you can see that there's another one right on the other side of this wire. This wire right here is the cable that runs, we'll call it motor 4. It's on the very right side if you're standing in front of the AMS. So first thing you'll do is you'll unplug this motor here, pull that out, and then you'll also follow this Bowden tube up to number 4, which is on the far right when you're looking at it upside down. Pull that Bowden tube out so it's loose. You'll take this, and now there are two small clips. If you can see this gray piece right here without my hand in the way, and there's another one exactly on the other side where the other screw is. It's kind of hidden by the motor and all that stuff. It's right there if you can see it. So what you'll do is you'll pinch that in just a little bit with your screwdriver. And as I said, I already pulled some of mine out, so it came loose pretty easy. So now what you do is you just grab that motor and you gently remove it along with the Bowden tube and the cable to make sure you don't damage anything. You don't want to rip these wires out of here, nothing like that. Now, undo this Bowden tube, pull this Bowden tube out to check for maintenance, stuff like that. And as you see right here, you can see through my Bowden tube. I'm having some issues with this motor, so I'm not sure if the motor is any good or if the Bowden tube being worn out like this on the inside is actually what's causing my problems. So I'm going to take this motor, I'm going to look inside here at the gears, all the pulleys and all that good stuff here, and make sure there's no dirt, which, like I said before, I did a little bit before. There was some dirt down inside of here, up inside of this part here, and down in here that I removed with my X-Acto, just being real gentle to pick it out of there. Check inside to make sure there's no debris. Look at the inside here, there's no debris. And if you take a piece of filament, say a spare piece, you put it inside of your Bowden motor here, or the motor part where the filament goes inside the AMS, and you can run it through the hub here and make sure there's no hang-ups, there's nothing blocking it, nothing like that. So just to put this back in is the exact same thing. You just push it back inside of here. It just clips right back in. You put your Bowden tube back in the bottom. If you're going to put a new piece in, put a new piece of Bowden tube right here inside. Run the Bowden tube and the plug through the same side on the left of this internal part, and then you just plug it back up. You clip it back in. You'll hear it snap because of these two little clips. And then once you hear it snap back into place, seat it, make sure it's seated well, and then put your 4 screws back in, which you see are all right here. Quick little change. If you need to change the whole motor out, that's basically how you do it. If you need to check for debris, that's another way. And like I said, clean your gears, make sure there's no dirt, debris, nothing else in the way. All right, guys, thanks for watching.